Hello, my full name is Ihsan. I'll talk about distance learning. My section is White Hat. Distance learning is an independent form of education. Information technology in distance learning is the leading means. In distance learning, you can study from home, or from the library, or from anywhere else. Online education has a number of significant advantages, such as flexibility. Students get education at a convenient time and place. And second, long range. Students are not limited by distance and can study regardless of where they live. And the third, cost effective. Costs for long trips to the training site are significantly reduced. The COVID-19 has resulted in schools shut all across the world. Globally, over 1 billion children are out of the classroom. As a result, education has changed dramatically, with the distinctive rise of e-learning, whereby teaching is undertaken remotely and on digital platforms. Research suggests that online learning has been shown to increase retention of information and take less time, meaning the change coronavirus have caused might be here to stay. This year, it was decided to transfer the bulk of students to a distance learning format in the first quarter of the academic year. More than 100 countries of the world follow this option. There are 3,004,000 students in Kazakhstan. Of these, 77% of children started learning in distance format.
Hello everyone, I'm Elzhan. This academic year for me and my friends was the first at the university. In the first year of study, we don't study in the traditional form, so I wondered how my friends were feeling. I interviewed several students from our university, and the first one is my close friend Diaz. He studies in the IT1-2009 group. Diaz, do you like distance learning?
I don't like distance learning because I don't feel the atmosphere of the first year and the student life. This is why the desire to learn disappears. I am uncomfortable studying online. At the beginning of the year, I thought that if I studying online, I would have a lot of free time. No, I understand that the situation is exactly the opposite. Because of this, I don't have time for self-development. When I chose E2, I really wanted to study, but now, tied to distance learning, I have absolutely no desire to learn.
The next student is Arjan. She is our classmate.
Hello everyone, I'm Rasul. I'm a first-year student at IT2, specializing in information technology. This year has become unusual for us. Distance learning has benefited me. It has both positive and negative sides. The advantage is that I have enough time to digest information because I don't spend time studying at the university. The downside is that the internet is unstable and can turn off the electricity at any time. Therefore, there will be no opportunity to join the lesson. And one more minus, you stop being active in communication. You don't recognize each other in life. I don't feel the taste of the first course. My sociability is lost, but I like distance learning.
The last student is Barjan. He studies at the Faculty of Management.
Today I will tell you about distance learning. I am neutral about this because it has both pros and cons. For example, now I work at the Study Educational Center in Taras. This is a plus for me because I can learn and at the same time I can work and gain experience. But the disadvantage, in my opinion, is that distance learning is a little more complicated than traditional learning. For example, in traditional form of education, we could interact with classmates and meet with teachers. We could chat with our classmates and have fun.
In the end, I would like to add a few words about distance learning. It was an interesting experience for me because I had never studied online before. I cannot say clearly whether I like this form of education because I haven't tried to study traditionally at a university and I cannot compare which one is better. But I have a feeling that something is missing. Maybe, as the guy said, this is a live communication with classmates and the teachers. I hope this doesn't last long.
Hello everyone, in this video I will analyze the positive aspects of distance learning. Pros of distance learning: accessibility. While studying remotely you can gain knowledge from anywhere in the world. Flexibility. In the course of distance learning, the students master most of material on his own, saving money and time. Specific knowledge. Relevance of knowledge. Learning at an individual pace. In the speed of learning is set by the student himself, depending on his personal facilities and needs. Freedom and flexibility. The student can choose any of the many courses of study, as well independently plan the time, place and the duration of classes. Stability. Independence from the geographical and the temporal location of the student, and the educational instruction allows you not to limit yourself in educational needs. Mobility. The effective implementation of feedback between the teacher and the student is one of the main requirements and the fundamentals for the success of the learning process. Manufacturability. The use in the educational process of the latest achievements of information telecommunication technologies. Social equality. Equal opportunities to receive education regardless of place, residence, health status, atheism, and the material security of the student. Creatively. Comfortable conditions for the students' creative self-expressions. That's all.
My name is Yaroslav. My part in this video is Black Hat. I'm going to tell you about solutions, how to transit to offline education, and feedbacks from mass media about this situation. In this day and age, it is a common knowledge that education plays a significant role in each country. Kazakhstan actively allocates a huge amount of financial resources to this sphere. Since 21st of March 2020, Kazakhstan started distance learning and it continues to this day. Because of this, there are two types of people. The first one is for online education. Mainly those people are very far from the place of study and they find it more convenient. The second group is for offline education. Based on the result of my test, this kind of group finds offline education the best. They are able to talk with their mates, participate in activities, and they just used to this type of education. According to the research of the official website of the Prime Minister of Kazakhstan, only 60% of students for online education. The government does everything that in their power to return the standard format of education. Health Minister commented on this situation like, in the future, depending on the steady decline in the incidence of population, there will be a gradual transition of school to convenient and regular format of education and compliance with sanitary requirements. Why is distance education in Kazakhstan more bad than good? According to the Caravan.kz edition, the forced transition to distance online education in Kazakhstan exposed all the country's technical unpreparedness in the education sector, and the digital reform ensured by impressive financial investments did not pass the quality test under the new conditions. This became especially a big problem for students and their teachers, since it's very difficult to convey the necessary knowledge to a child in an online format. But
Fortunately, Kazakhstan is able to return to standard of education. Website liter.kz suggests the way to return to online education, but we have to follow some steps. The main idea of first step is to comply 3 quarantine measures. The second one is to create a special schedule to reduce meeting students during education period. And the last one, method approach for warm seasons. The main idea of this one is to conduct lessons outdoors. As a result, I want to underline that education in Kazakhstan is going through a bad period, but everything depends on us. Compliance as 3 quarantine measures can help us to return offline education. That's all.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Hello dudes, my name is Rasul, I'm a greenhead and today I'll tell you about distance learning in IT2 via social network reactions, protests and memes. What? Memes? What memes? It's history lesson. Well, if you're asking for it, don't worry, I'll do it. Show Moscow.
Yeah, boy.
It all started when the distance learning problem was announced all over Kazakhstan and accordingly IT also passed to it. Students took it as an opportunity to relax. This can be clearly seen by first memes released by entertainment communities in the social network Contacti. Many teachers found it difficult to get used to the new system and the students used it, but their happiness did not last long, as some the shortcomings of distance learning were relieved. Many had problems with the internet, even considering the fact the students have moved to online forms of education, the complexity of text or midterm sensation did not reduce in any way. Students living in western regions of the country had to get up before 7 a.m. to be able to make time for classes. A little later, information was published that the session will be held through the proctoring system Safe Exam browser. After that, university students published in April in a social network a proposal for another system to evaluate the session by outputting the average score of midterms. This April was decided by the independent online media for the news, but nothing was done. This year, students again decided to try to carry out a revolution in the structure of the university. I wonder what will come out it. While the session is slowly but steadily approaching, as you can tell about important events that happened during the online training. Even considering this program, our university doesn't stop developing. For example, this summer I too became a partner of Coursera, the largest international platform for online education. Quarantine time often included various online conferences from such large companies as Колеса. Many online events were held, for example, IT1-2003 or the weeks of Russian, Kazakh and English languages spent by tutors. If to speak about as freshmen who immediately immersed in this system, our condition can be described by this couple of memes. I will finish on this note. Bye bye.